Alright? Okay. So tonight, I've got some stories for you. From an article, a Marie Claire article from 2017, titled...
So old.
Old, yeah. Titled 50 Terrifying Ghost Stories Told by Famous People.
How famous?
Some of them are pretty famous.
No.
So this one is thanks to Rachel Epstein. So we'll start with someone you're a bit of a fan of. Miley Cyrus.
Oh yeah, I'm a fan of mine.
Here we go. In an interview with LUK, Cyrus revealed the London flat she was staying in during her 2009 European tour was haunted. It was this is a quote. It was seriously so terrifying. It used to be an old bakery and they turned it into an apartment building, and I was having really crazy dreams and really scary things. And one night, my little sister, it sounds so crazy to tell you, but she was standing in the shower and all of a sudden I hear her scream. I run in there and the water had somehow flipped to hot, but it wasn't like water had just changed. The knob had turned, but she hadn't turned it and it was burning her. She was really red. End quote. Another quote.
Oh my god.
Before I felt this, I thought I'd seen a little boy sitting on the sink watching me take a shower, so I felt really freaked out. I was sitting there the next night and maybe I'm crazy, but I could have sworn I could see this little boy sitting there on the sink kicking his feet.
Oh no, that's a no. Wait, she said she saw it.
She said she could see the reflection, yeah.
Ah.
My mum was getting mad that we were looking into it because she thought it was going to scare Noah. So then my aunt, who we hadn't told about this, comes in and starts freaking out. She's like, I had no idea what happened here, but I left the apartment and I came back and all the doors and windows were open. I locked the apartment. I'm like, tell my mum. She doesn't believe that anything's happening in the apartment. So she told her, and I'm like, Mum, see, I'm not making this up. 3 or 4 more things happened after that. I will never stay there again, ever. When we started looking into it, we found out that this guy who owned the bakery, is one of these where the dad owns it, and there was this older man that owned it, and his son lived with him there. And I guess the wife died or something. She'd gotten sick, so it was just the son and the dad that lived there in the bakery. And then the dad died and the son took over the bakery, and I thought I was seeing the son. I'm not even kidding. What do you think about that?
Oh, spooky that. Isn't that like... Just with bakery made me think of
No, sorry, in
Sweeney
Whitby.
Todd. No.
Oh, right, Sweeney Todd. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
I think something nefarious is going on there. I don't know, but that's that sort of thing that it's like you're at your most vulnerable in the bathroom.
Yeah. It'd be a bad place to get haunted, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It's
See,
like that episode of Supernatural.
Whenever I hear bakery, stories of hauntings in bakeries, I think of that story, you know, when we went to Whitby and we did the tour. There was the one where there was the woman, she was working in the bakery and then her hair set on fire.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like running down the street or whatever, yeah.
And we went to that street.
We went to that very street. You know all about Miley, do you think she's making it up? Or do you think she's a truth teller?
I think she believes what she witnessed was real.
But you're not convinced?
No,
Okay.
not really.
Okay.
I think it's one of them things, innit? I mean, I've done it myself when I'm like in the bathroom washing my face and I'm like, behind you, watching you, there's one behind you. And it's like, you just freak yourself out.
Yeah.
And especially if you're somewhere different, you're not at home.
Yeah. There was a thing a while back I remember seeing about people would say that if you stare at yourself in the mirror, without, well, I mean, you have to blink, I guess, to some extent, but like if you keep looking at yourself, that eventually it's like your face changes.
Yeah.
I assume that's more of like a hallucination. Something to do with, I guess, what
The brain's always looking for something, isn't it?
It's always looking for recognisable patterns.
Yeah.
But I guess if you look at the one pattern for too long,
It's like, well, no's changing, so let's change it ourselves.
maybe, yeah, I don't know.
That I did that when I wore that blonde wig last year for Halloween, and I stared at myself in the mirror, and I was fully a different person,
Yeah.
and that was scary. But then also my phone didn't recognise me when I tried to do Face ID.
Maybe you were different. Right. Let's see, let's find another one. Oh, this one. You know this person, we were talking about it yesterday. Taylor Momsen.
Oh!
Yeah.
I will believe it.
It is already believed.
It is already believed.
Momsen has photographic proof.
Do we have the photographic proof?
It's not in this article. Photographic proof that ghosts are real. My mum grew up in Devil's Lake, North Dakota, and her next door neighbour died. She was wealthy and her belongings got put in a museum. She told people. So I went ghost hunting and took pictures and talked to her and all that stuff. And there are actually 2 images that I took. One of a hand on a typewriter and one of her entire body in a window. That sounds like the kind of image that you might have seen.
Yeah.
Maybe that's worth Googling. Should I have a little Google of that? Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's the actual picture, is it? No, I don't think they're there. She must be making it up. Why wouldn't you share those photos?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Oh, here's a tweet from her. Hashtag paranormal activity. When hashtag Ben the Ghost is in a photo, it strangely blurs. If you look close, you'll see. No. No, we don't believe you, Taylor.
So, what we've discovered upon a quick Google is that them images that Taylor Momsen supposedly took are nowhere on the internet. If they're not there at a quick Google, I don't believe they're there at all.
Anna Nicole Smith.
Okay.
Right, this is a shorter one. The late Anna Nicole Smith reportedly hooked up with a ghost in 2004. A ghost would crawl up my leg and have sex with me at an apartment a long time ago in Texas. I used to think it was my boyfriend, and one day I woke up and it wasn't. It was like a spirit and it, woo!
Hey, woo!
That's what she said. Oh no, she was like, woo! Miming a ghost flying up from her bed sheets.
She was probably also saying, woo!
It woo went up. I was freaked out about it, but then I was like, well, you know what? He's never hurt me, and he just gave me some amazing sex, so I have no problem. After the interviewer claimed it could have just been a dream, Smith denied the allegation, saying it was not a dream because it was happening every night. I told my boyfriend and he didn't believe me. Of course, men.
Wow.
Judgmental.
All I'm thinking is that scene from Scary Movie.
Yeah, with, what's her name? I know the one you mean. It's from the first one, is it?
I think so,
Yeah. Emma Stone.
Okay.
Okay, this isn't terrifying, but it's terrifyingly sweet.
It's not like the last one, is it?
It's not that kind of sweet. During an appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman in July 2014, Stone revealed the ghost of her late granddad often leaves pocket change for her. There's a long family history with quarters, she said. My grandfather leaves quarters. It's just amazing. What do you think about that?
Was that it?
That was the whole story, yeah.
That's cute, but like, it's cute.
But that's one of those where it sounds like a good story, but surely it's far too easy for you to have just left something and forgotten you put it there and then find it and then attribute it to something else. But maybe that's not it. I would imagine, I mean this particular story is from 2014. If that happened now, does that still happen? Because no one carries change anymore now. So if she stopped finding quarters, would that suggest that it was only because she's leaving them in places and forgetting? If it's still happening, it's more likely to be true because I doubt she has any change on her at any given point.
Or is she determined to always have change on her? To keep the belief
just to
alive.
keep the story going, yeah. Maybe.
That's
Right.
a cute one.
Okay. Similar to the Anna Nicole Smith one.
Oh, here we go.
Kesha.
Right.
During an appearance on Conan in 2012, Kesha confessed to host Conan O'Brien that she's been intimate with a dead spirit. Quote, I did go to the bone zone with a ghost.
The bone
The
zone.
bone zone.
I like it.
I don't know his name. He just started caressing me. It was sexy time. It wasn't like sex. End quote. What do you think about that?
I love the way it was phrased.
Yeah. So these ones about people having sex with ghosts, if you go with the stories, are a specific type of ghost, aren't they? So there's two. There's incubus and succubus. Incubus being the name of the band, where they took the name from this, and where they're supposed to be demons,
Mm.
right? So succubus attacks men and incubus attacks women, supposedly.
Supposedly.
But I'm very suspicious of that. It sounds kinda not true, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. LaToya Jackson,
Okay.
Michael Jackson's sister.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there is. I don't know if you.
Mate.
Yeah.
Okay. When Michael Jackson died, I was convinced with that video, with them videos around his house.
Yeah.
Of his ghost.
That's
I was
what I
like,
was
I
gonna
was 100% convinced.
I was gonna say that this isn't the first story of Michael Jackson's ghost.
Yeah.
This is like an established thing.
Yeah. I mean, it was when I like first got a laptop and was like first getting on the internet, and I was like,
Wow.
why are more people not talking about
Yeah,
this? I watched every single possible clip. I was reading up on that like crazy. I remember that, and I was going to mention that yesterday when we were talking about like different ghost sightings and that.
Right.
That people have mentioned, but yeah, that.
LaToya often feels her late brother Michael Jackson's presence in their childhood home in Encino. Quote, "It's the strangest thing because you feel something like thick around you or behind you and you're wondering, you don't see anything, but you feel a presence," end quote. She also claimed that a security guard had heard tap dancing coming from Michael's old room. Quote, "When he told me, I said, 'You're kidding.' That made me want to know even more about hearing someone tap dance over a certain part of the house, and I go, well, Michael used to do that every Sunday for 2 hours. We go up there and no one's up there, just tap dancing. And the dog barks at his room, the window every single night at the same time. The dog doesn't even know that that's Michael's room, and the security guard didn't know," end quote.
Well, that does fit with the whole idea that ghosts will repeat patterns that they took
Right,
in
because
when
he
they
did
were
a lot of
alive.
dancing, didn't he?
On what is it, Sundays? Did he say?
Every Sunday for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he just danced all the time, I believe, didn't he?
Yeah.
Big dancing
that's all
fella.
over the place.
So yeah, I mean that one, it's not an isolated story, like I say,
Yeah.
because there are other accounts of Michael Jackson's ghost.
Yeah.
Would that be the same home where that video was from? No, because this says their childhood home. They wouldn't have been in
No,
their childhood
yeah,
home, that
it
would
was
it? So that would then, because there's debate about how ghosts haunt, whether or not they haunt a place, a location, or a person. But usually it seems to me implies they're attached to something somewhere. So if the ghost in his big old mansion home is where he's haunting, then it would be weird for him to be in the childhood home. Unless he's haunting LaToya Jackson, unless he's haunting his sister.
Maybe.
But then, was she there when that video? I don't know. There's too many unanswered questions. I don't know who this is, but it's another sex ghost story. Should we just skip past it? Oh! Susan Boyle.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Susan Boyle of, was it X Factor? X Factor fame, yeah. Right. Boyle claimed in a 2011 interview that she's seen her late mother's spirit. Quote, "Her energy is still there. I've actually seen my mother in the house. I think she was letting me know she was alright. There was a lovely smell. I used to think my mum abandoned me when she died. Maybe she was telling me she hadn't. My biggest problem is I feel lonely, especially at night. I always had a fear of being alone, and now I am. Everybody died and left me by myself. There was one period within a few years when my dad, my uncle, my sister, then my mum died. It's as if I was working with a few building blocks and those blocks were scattered and I had to find them one by one." End quote. Well, that wasn't scary, that was just sad, wasn't it?
That was sad.
So do you think genuine, or do you think just a matter of grief and wanting to see something, you know?
I don't know. Did she say she saw him? Or just felt it?
Felt a presence, I believe. So she said there was a smell. Although she does say she's seen her late mother's spirit, but then she doesn't specify seeing like an apparition or anything. They say the mind being very powerful can make you see things, or make, like, you know, you can conjure things up that are very real to you, but aren't necessarily real to anyone else.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Oh, go on. I know that's Bella Thorne.
You want to hear Bella
Yeah.
Thorne's one? Okay. This is Bella Thorne, of some kind of fame. I was lying in bed when I saw a shadowy, silvery figure of an old woman creeping across my room. Then it slipped into my closet, she said. I panicked and ran out of bed and swung open my closet door, only to see she was in there, but she was gone. I think the wording's a bit weird. Only to see she wasn't in there. To see if she was in there, but she was gone.
Okay.
I think is what she's trying to say. I was sure I'd seen her ghost. It was really freaky. A short one, but I like the description. The description is more of like a spooky ghost.
And that's like when you wake up in the middle of the night and you look over at the clothes pile in the corner and you're like,
And it looks like something, yeah.
But it's like, I remember when you know old TVs. I mean, they do actually still have them. Like it has a standby light,
Right, yeah.
a red light. I spent like a whole evening once staring at the light on my TV, and I was staring at it so long that it became this little blob man and started like dancing around and stuff. And I'm like, this is wicked. My brain's doing this. Like I understood it was that, but I feel like you can easily do that when you're tired enough.
Definitely, yeah. Or if you're very tired, you can fully hallucinate.
Yeah.
You'd have to get pretty tired for that to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, seeing a clothes pile and making it looking like a shape. Yeah. We don't really get anymore because we don't have.
Because we're tidy grown-ups.
We also don't have a chair in the bedroom.
Yeah, to prevent us from throwing clothes.
So I used to have a chair in the bedroom and put clothes in it, and then it just looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But we don't have
that.
that.
I had it. It was with the dressing gowns on the back of the door one night when we were in the other bedroom.
Lucy Liu. There's so many on this list of celebrities that have sex with ghosts. Lucy Liu, also.
What about the regular folk? Why has it always got to be celebrities?
Megan Fox.
Go on.
I believe in everything, Fox admitted to MTV News in 2014.
Go on.
I was just in Mexico at my hotel, and it was a bedroom, living room, bedroom. I had pre-ordered breakfast for 7:30, and at 7 a.m, I hear them come in with the table. I hear them pouring a coffee. 30 minutes later, at 7:30, I went in there. No table, no coffee, no food, no nothing. No one there. Doorbell rings. I open the door. It's room service with my food. Brandy, the nanny, comes out later and says, "Why did room service come at 7 when we told them to come at 7:30? So you can't tell me I'm crazy because 2 people heard it." It's a shame that stuff like that happens and then they haven't actually brought a room service because you could have had it early. But she believes in everything. So I bet she's got more stories.
Yeah, definitely.
If we looked into Megan Fox, I reckon she's got more paranormal stories. Yeah. Another one. Stop looking at her. Ariana Grande. In a 2013 interview with Complex, Grande was asked if she had ever seen an alien. She replied, "Not an alien, but I've had a ghost/demon experience."
I thought you were going to say she's had a ghost slapper.
Maybe, we don't know yet.
Maybe.
We were in Kansas City a few weeks ago and went to this haunted castle and we were so excited. The next night we wanted to go to Stull Cemetery, which is known as one of the 7 gates to hell on earth. The Pope won't fly over it. I felt this sick, overwhelming feeling of negativity over the whole car, and we smelled sulphur, which is the sign of a demon. And there was a fly in the car randomly, which is another sign of a demon. That's a bit of a weak sign. It's a bit of a weak sign, the fly.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
They are all over the place.
It's like, this is scary, let's leave. I rolled down the window before we left and we said, "We apologise, we didn't mean to disrupt your peace." Then I took a picture and there was 3 super distinct faces in the picture. They're faces of textbook demons.
Textbook demons.
I deleted it. Unbelievable.
Liar, you're lying.
The next day, I tried to send the picture to my manager and it said, "This file can't be sent. It's 666 megabytes." Oh no!
She can't send the file at 600. Get out of here. I thought she deleted it. How's she trying to send it if she's deleted it?
That's what it says.
Oh my god, you're not making sense, woman.
It's 666 megabytes. I'm not kidding. I used to have a folder called Demons that had pictures with all the screen caps in it. But then weird things started happening to me, so I deleted it. She then goes on to explain more terrifying things that started to happen to her, but it doesn't have that in this article. Now, she seems really keen to believe some right nonsense. Although I believe, I can't remember where, but I believe I have heard that story of Stull Cemetery before. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I remember seeing something about that. So I don't think she's lying that there is a story about that, but I don't think the Pope won't fly over it. That doesn't sound right, unless there's some other reason. Yeah. And I don't think she took a photo and there was faces of demons in it.
She's like, sorry for disturbing your peace.
And it was 666 megabytes.
Yeah. I just thought that whole incorrect that bit was weird. She's like, I'm so sorry for disturbing your peace. Right, let me just take some pictures and disturb it a bit more.
Dan Aykroyd. I can't think what he's been in. He's an actor though. I've definitely seen him stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you recognise. Yeah, I can't think what, but I've definitely seen him with stuff. Oh, here we go. It tells us what he's done. The creator and star of Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Revealed to Esquire, he has actually had several experiences with ghosts. I saw things moving around on our counter and doors opening and closing. The staff also had experiences. Direct contact in terms of tactile touching and then turning around and there's no one there. Somebody crawled into bed with me once. I was alone in the house and decided to take a nap. I closed the door to the bedroom, but I didn't lock it. I woke up in this kind of trance where you don't know whether you're sleeping or not. It's what the abductee feels like when he's being taken. I saw the door open and I rolled over and I looked at the bed and I saw the depression in the mattress like somebody was getting in there, and I thought, I'm just going to roll over and snuggle up next to it.
You know what, fair enough.
The thing I note here is he was seeing things moving around the house, and he says the staff also had experiences. Ooh, the staff? Ooh. But him saying he woke up in the middle of the night in like that trance kind of thing, I feel like anytime someone says that, I'm like, well, it's sleep paralysis then, right? Even though he said he did move, but generally speaking, that time in between waking and sleeping, you're in such a susceptible state for like your brain not quite functioning yet because you're pretty much still asleep. Yeah. That you can kind of just dismiss pretty much everything you said.
Yeah, I've had I knew it was sleep paralysis, but I was fully seeing like a demon creature crawling towards the bed, and I was like, I mean, it was with you at the time, and I was like, I can't wake you up, and I was like, I know this ain't real because I'm not moving my body, you know. And I was like, please just go back to sleep. I'll wake the fuck up.
See, sleep paralysis, I've never experienced it, so it's one of those things where I don't get that same, when talking about it, I don't get that same thing because I haven't had it. But I understand that like that would be damn freaky. Yeah. But the problem is it pops up all the time when you're looking for like ghost stories. Yeah. People are like, oh, I've not had a ghost story, but I've had sleep paralysis. It's like, okay, but that's not what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's not
it's like, I get it. I get you want to tell that story, and I don't blame you. But that's not what I want to hear. Yeah. Right. So that'll do it for now. And we'll have another video at some point with some more celebrity ghost stories. You enjoy that?
I did enjoy it. There were some surprising ones that, in terms of like those sort of celebrities, I'm like, really? You were saying these things?
Yeah.
It was
people you wouldn't necessarily think.
Yeah.
And then you hear these stories, and like often they actually do have stories. Yeah. They say everyone's got a ghost story.
I haven't. Right.
Thanks for watching.
Enjoy the spookies. Ciao.